Good morning, my friends. Welcome to the special episode of Kevin at 7. Um, so I didn't do my timing very good this morning, so I'm still in the middle of my morning workout. And I realized, it's 7 o'clock. It's time for my Monday morning Kevin at 7. So welcome. Thank you for joining me. I know it's going to be a little jiggly. That's all right. I'm going to put in another headset. I think that'll make the sound a little bit better. So today I'm going to talk about choosing to become a real estate agent or choosing to do real estate as a real estate agent. And this is for people that are thinking about getting into real estate. This is also for people who are rookies or new in real estate, but it's also for people who've been in for a while. And this is one of the things that I've discovered as a real estate coach and as a real estate agent for over 20 years is that most of the struggles that producers run into later on. Good morning, guys. Welcome. Most of the struggles that real estate agents run into down the road really have their roots in the way they got started. So when I talk about choosing to do real estate and how to get into real estate and how to do real estate right, it's what I've discovered is that it's not just for new real estate agents, it's for seasoned real estate agents as well. It's kind of crazy busy with traffic right now. Not normally that way. I think I'm going to turn and go the other direction. There's trucks, there's buses. I guess I just hit the popular time living in the city. So in this video, I'm going to talk about choices that you have to make as a real estate agent and the power of choice and the power of not giving yourself a choice. Because one of the reasons that most agents fail is frankly because they still give themselves a choice. Now I want you to think about this for a second. The reason you fail, the reason you say you're going to do something and don't do it, the reason you start something and don't finish it, the reason you try to do something and it doesn't work is because you still give yourself a choice. You give yourself an option. Failure is an option for you. You make quitting an option. And if you want to succeed at anything, you cannot give yourself a choice. Now, I'm going to break that down with things that are going on right now in my life, things that are going on right now in the world, and things that are going on right now in the real estate market. By the way, I think right now, just hear this good, guys, right now is the best time ever to be in real estate. If you're a real estate agent or thinking about it, or even if you're in and struggling, this is the best time ever to be in real estate. And it's like people go, like, is it too late? Like, did I miss, should I have been in when you got in 20 years ago, Kevin? Back in the 1900s, it was different. We didn't have Zillow. We didn't have all the competition. So was it better back then than it is now? And the answer is absolutely not. Right now, there's never been a time that has been so great to be in real estate. But you have to make the right choices, or your chances of flunking out, of failing, are 80 to 90% in the next 12 to 24 months. That's not good, which means most agents aren't going to make it. And so you're here watching this with me today because you're either determined to make it or you're hoping you're going to make it. So good morning, everybody. Give it a thumbs up. Thank you for joining me. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel. Let me also tell you that one of the choices that I made as a new agent that catapulted my business was when I chose to stop training like an amateur and chose to go pro. And that started with me choosing to go to 2 real estate events. And I've got my next real estate training camp, which is a live event coming up here in 2 weeks, Agent Mastery Live. You can go to agentmasterylive.com, get your ticket if you haven't done that. If you're still thinking about it, here's the problem. You're still giving yourself a choice. You're still negotiating with your commitment. And I don't care whether it's my event or somebody else's event, you got to commit to get trained. And then if you go to somebody else's event and you don't like the BS, come train with me. Come train with me. Don't like it? Tell me. I'll give you your money back. And then go train with somebody else. But whatever you're going to do, stop treating real estate like you're like an amateur and go pro. You've got to commit. You got to commit to going all in. Stop giving yourself a choice. I'm going to try it. I'm going to see how it goes. Stop seeing how it goes. You make it go the way you want it to go. Okay, so here's how you guarantee success in the future. Okay, here it is. 2 words. I choose. I want you to type that in the comments right now. Just this is the commitment. I choose. I choose to succeed. I choose to succeed in real estate. I choose to do real estate. Everything that happens is because I make a choice. You make a choice, and the consequences of those choices are the results. And if something's not working, you got to choose different. Thank you guys. Yes, I choose to succeed. You got to choose. Now here's the cool thing. Right now, the reason I'm walking right now is because this is my morning commitment. I'm doing this program where I made a commitment for a little over 2 months to work out twice a day, every day. And no, there's like 7 things that I committed to do every single day without a day off, no cheat days, no missing, 100% failure. Now I'm on day 41 of that program. And I'm not, 75 hard. And I was like, oh crap. I started too late this morning because I was reading and I was really into a book that I was like, oh, this is good stuff, man. It's on copywriting, which is writing copy, writing sales copy. And I'm studying it both for myself, for our company, and also for real estate agents. And so I got off my schedule, so I'm behind. What do you got to do? I choose to keep my commitments. I choose to do what I said I was going to do. Now, am I 100% perfect on that? Nope. Nobody's 100% perfect. We're not talking about perfection, but we're talking about commitment. And so you have to figure it out. Like, oh, I don't have time. We'll figure it out. You got to figure out how to do the things you said you're going to do. Keep your commitments and never allow failure to be an option. I choose to succeed. Now, this is one of the reasons that I love being in real estate. Why it's the best. So let me tell you first why it's the best time ever. Best time ever because it's the hottest market in the history of America, and I think it's going to be hot for the next 2 or 3 years. So that gives you time to really crank it out, make a lot of money, and get positioned. So when the economy and the market eventually does turn down, which it always does, you're ready and you're prepared, and you're not coming in at the top. Now we're high up on the bubble. We're high up on the ascent of a rising market, but I think with everything that the feds are doing with financial manipulation of the markets and monetary policy and all that, I think the market's going to continue to be hot. Home prices are going to continue to go up, not just because of demand, but because of inflation, which is long-term bad for the economy, but short-term, and it's bad for a lot of people, but short-term, it's great for real estate prices. Because real estate prices are going to keep going up, not so much because of higher demand, but because the dollar's becoming worth less. So with inflation, home prices are going to continue to be inflating too. And you realize that in the last 18 months, of all the money ever put in circulation in the United States in the history of America, okay, I'm going to switch arms because I'm going to get tired holding it up. In the history of America, nearly 40% of every dollar in circulation in the United States, nearly 40% of every dollar was put into circulation and created in the last 18 months with quantitative easing, the Feds printing money. 40% of all the dollars in circulation that have ever been in the U.S. were created in the last 18 months. Well, you create 40% more dollars and just pump them into the economy, it makes the dollar worth less. That's what's happening right now. It's going to, and with what we've got going on right now, that's going to continue to happen with the government, federal government policy, and all the stuff, the spending. Most of the spending, aside from the fact they're going to raise taxes, and by the way, they're going to raise taxes. This is one of the reasons it's a great time to be in real estate. It's because when you own your own business, you have much better opportunities to reduce your tax liability by having a good financial planner and good tax planning. Owning your own business is where you get tremendous benefit as a income earner. But anyway, with that, the housing market is going to stay good for the next 2 or 3 years, I think. Now, I'm not a prophet. My crystal ball broke in 2007 with the last housing collapse. But based on everything that we're seeing, I think the housing market is going to continue to be strong for the next 2 or 3 years. And so it's a great time to get in because of that. Number two, it's a great time to get in real estate because of technology. Now, everybody's worried about like Zillow and all that stuff, and is technology going to make real estate agents obsolete? No. Technology has made amateurs obsolete. Made amateur agents who could just show up, sit in the office and do floor time and get deals. That's obsolete. Incompetence as a real estate agent who just get a license and not really train and not really know what you're doing to be able for you just to make money and get deals, you, my friend, are obsolete. But if you train and you embrace the power of technology and what you can do with technology, with social media, the online opportunities, because you used to do stuff online. When I was in real estate as a real estate agent, and like websites and being able to have an online presence, you could invest $30,000-$40,000 in a online branding campaign, and that was like because you couldn't do it yourself. You couldn't create stuff yourself. You couldn't do it your own marketing. Social media, you can build relationships, put the word out there, and get in front of thousands of people and generate business without paying a dime. You can do it all organically. Now, there's limitations to it. It's not necessarily easy, but it's powerful. We're used to, if you wanted to, you'd either do the phone, knock doors, or you had to spend money to do marketing. You can still spend a lot of money on it, but there's also ways you can do it without spending a lot of money. So right now, best time ever to be in real estate. You just got to know what you're doing and get the right information and the right training to be able to do it. All right. Now, let me tell you the third reason I think it's the best time ever to be in real estate is because of the power to choose. I've got people that I know that are having to make choices right now because of government restrictions, and people that have restaurants. And my brother-in-law sold his restaurant because when the pandemic hit, he didn't get to choose. He didn't get to choose how he's going to run his business. Government chose for him, and they basically chose to shut him down. And the beauty of real estate is you get to still choose. People right now are facing choices of like, if you aren't willing to comply with government orders, what the government tells you to do or what your employer tells you to do, then your job is in jeopardy. In America, we are losing choice. We're losing the freedom to make our own choices in a lot of situations. And in real estate, beauty of being in real estate is my business. I choose. I choose who I work with. I choose when I work. I choose where I work. I choose how I work. You get to have that choice when you build a real estate business. So I think it's the best time ever if you want to continue have your freedom to choose, and I don't have to depend on somebody else and pleasing somebody else's, pleasing a boss or pleasing a corporation. I am the corporation. It's my company. I own it. You guys understand this? Type in the chat, I own it. See, this is the beauty of being a real estate agent. You can own your business. Type it in. I want to make sure you understand the power of being able to be your own boss. I own it. I own my business. I own my time. I own my choices. So you got to do that. And I think that is absolutely priceless. Thank you, guys. Yes, I own it. I own it. Now, the thing is, when you're owning it, you got to do the right stuff or you go out of business, which is what will happen to 80 to 90% of all realtors in the next 24 months. They get in, all new realtors. They go out of business because they don't do the right stuff. They have the opportunity, but they don't do the right stuff. Now, if you want to make sure you're doing the right stuff, this is why I exist as a coach. This is why I have a business, is because real estate agents train with me. Instead of failing, they make six-figure incomes. They make high six-figure incomes. Some of them make seven-figure incomes. because they do the right stuff. If you want help doing the right stuff, you're here watching these videos, which is great. Subscribe to the channel if you're first time here. If you want to go to a more committed level, come join me at Agent Mastery Live. You can join me in person or virtual. You just go to agentmasterylive.com and get your ticket. Today, I'm doing 4 weeks of coaching. If you've missed the first couple of weeks, but for the next 3 weeks, I'll be doing live coaching for people that are coming to the event. You get bonus free personal coaching with me for the next 3 weeks. And it's just a ticket. All you got to do is get the ticket, which is ridiculously inexpensive when it comes to an investment that can change your life, change your business forever. They could add 6 figures to your income in the next year. So go to agentmasterylive.com and get your ticket. Now, here's the last thing. I'm going to go back to where I started with this whole thing, and that is your power to choose. I choose. You give yourself an option, you fail. See, for some people, they still allow failure to be an option. When I started my coaching company, I was in the worst place financially that I'd ever been. And I had no savings, I had no money, I had no income. But it was my commitment. I chose, and I'm like, I will not fail. I will not give up my dream at this, no matter what I have to do. And it was ugly. I lost everything except my car, which I had lost cars in the past, after the economic collapse. I lost cars twice. Listen, I didn't lose my car, and I didn't lose my clothes. Lost my girlfriend, lost my house, our apartment, lost everything except my car, my clothes, but most importantly, I didn't lose my dream, and I would not break my commitment. I choose to succeed. And I rented a bedroom in an old rundown apartment from a single mom with an 18-year-old autistic son, and I slept on an air mattress for 8 months, hating every day while I built this company. And it was the lowest time financially and personally in my life. I had so much baggage. I had so many bad things going on in my life, but I was committed. And I'm like, I choose to succeed every day. I choose to succeed. I will not quit. I will not relent. I will not give up. I choose. And most people are not willing to exercise their power to choose in a way that lets them succeed at a high level. So guys, if you want to succeed, if you want to win, you choose every day. You choose. And it comes down to, you can't blame it on the economy. You can't blame it on the market. You can't blame it on the clients. You can't blame it on your family. You can. A lot of people do. You can't blame it on your situation or your age or where you live or any of that. You can, but if you do, you lose. And to me, losing is not an option. Winning is the only option. So you give yourself no option except to succeed, except to win. Never quit. Never give up. Commit to a higher level than you've ever done before. When things you used to that you would have dismissed and gone, well, I'll do it tomorrow. Well, I gave it my best shot. Well, I guess it just wasn't meant to be. And all other BS, excuses that we make for losing, all those are just excuses for losing. You want to win? Commit to play at a higher level. You really want to win? I'm just going to tell you guys, commit to training at a higher level. For me, I'm up in my own training game. This is why I'm doing this live stream while I'm exercising, because I had a commitment. I had a commitment to do Kevin at 7, and I had a commitment to train. And like I ran into a scheduling conflict. It was my own fault. But I'm here, and I'm like, what do? I'm going to train while I do Kevin at 7. Why? Because I'm committed. And that's what I challenge you, to have that level of commitment. Now, if you really want to take this level of commitment, find out where it can go, what it can do to change your life, come join me, Agent Mastery Live. Go to agentmasterylive.com. Get your ticket. You're going to spend the next two and a half weeks, or really, a little over 2 weeks, coaching personally with me to get you going in your business, to implement some stuff that's going to start changing everything for you. And then you'll spend 3 days of total immersion with me at Agent Mastery Live. You can join me in person or virtual. In person's better. Virtual's easier. Go to agentmasterylive.com. Get your ticket. You guys rock. Thank you for joining me today. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, if it's helpful for you. But whatever you do, choose every day to win. It's up to you.